Hey guys, Frankomatic here, and we're hitting up the PC today to play some Jill of the Jungle. Something that people around my age might recall if you had a DOS PC back then. It is the first of a set of 3 games featuring Jill of the Jungle. Despite what that says over there, this is not the shareware version. It's a game much in the lines of Commander Keen or the first 2 Duke Nukems, in that you side-scroll your way around and kill enemies and solve puzzles, mostly by fetching keys. The only thing that really sets this one apart, aside from having a female protagonist in a time when that wasn't very common, is the generally wildly inappropriate sound effects that were chosen. Also, the returning knife is nice. It's possible to lose those through glitches, though. And this game also actually has what you could kind of consider as a built-in save state sort of deal, in that you can save and restore at any time. I'm going to try to avoid doing that too much, at least not in the first game. Those of you who follow Pushing Up Roses might also note that she and Paw did a LP shorty of this particular game. I know, unoriginality for me, what a shock, huh? But, I do plan on hitting up the rest of the series as well. And I don't remember, but I don't think that video actually got to the end of this game. There's a bonus down there between those spikes in that large pit, but it's a real hassle to get to, and it's not actually worth much. The first game here is pretty short. I've got a feeling I can probably get through it in one recording session if I don't play too terribly, which will be a bit of a feat for myself. You lose your weapons after each stage, which is a little annoying, but not too bad. There's almost always one within easy reach, unless you're not intended to fight in that stage, which happens a few times. You also cannot duck and shoot at the same time, so things that are below you are difficult to hit. Falling stalagmites. And the death is actually fairly brutal. In that you break bodily in half, and this is going about as well as could be expected. Huh, bees apparently make you disintegrate like fire. You know what, when I get back to that lava cave, I might actually hey, get over here. I might actually save it, since, I'm playing extremely awfully. You know, it'd probably serve me to not run directly under the, or not stand directly under the falling, stalagmites? Is it stalagmites or stalactites that come out of the ceiling? I never remember, because I'm kind of dumb like that. Also, now for the best sound effect of the game. Yep. The talking keys will persist for until the 3rd game, I believe, at which point they get a very different noise. The weapon sound effects change literally every game. It's kind of odd. Okay, thanks for that hint, game. What it's not telling you is that there are 3 gems to find, and it would pay for you to find all of them, because you can hit to a bonus level. Also, these are a trap. I'm sure anybody who's played a video game before figured that one out. That could have gone better. Snakes are kind of a pain to kill as they take multiple hits, but you're actually fairly well served to get rid of this guy, because he'll be a pain in the butt if he stays there. Also, crabs. Crabs are not too hard to deal with. They would be if they didn't climb up and down things like that, but they do. They like a checkpoint. You don't see too many of those in this game. Or in any of the games, actually. I don't even know why they have that feature in there. These crabs, as far as I'm aware, can't actually hurt you. They're just there for show. The Pac-Man ghosts, however, can hurt you, and you cannot kill them with your dagger. My dagger, which is now stuck in the wall. Sigh. Oh well, at least they foresaw that my dagger would get stuck in the wall and gave me a new one. No, they did not foresee that my dagger would get stuck in the wall. That was just a glitch. And I'm playing my standard defensive procedure of get hit by everything constantly. I don't know why it wasn't letting me throw my dagger there, but that's what that DJ record scratch noise is all about. Huh. Run away from the trap. Now, if it sounds like I actually know what I'm doing for a change, that's because I do, in fact, know what I'm doing for a change. I have beaten this game several times. And on top of having beaten it before, it's actually not super difficult as long as you have some amount of reaction time. But that's the first of 3 gems. The other 2 are over here. One is up here, we'll get that one next. Not next, we'll get that one third. Because numbers tell me that this is the next level. Oh, there's our gem, but it's behind a locked door and we don't have any Yaz to open it with, so it's time to solve a puzzle. Incidentally, this will set the bar for how difficult puzzles in this game are going to be. As you might guess, the answer to that is not particularly. In fact, most of the times that the game tells you there's a puzzle coming, there actually isn't even something that most people would consider a puzzle anywhere in the level. But the trick here is we need a lot of keys to get through the doors to the exit. This is also the only key that's semi-tricky to get. Now we have gotten it, the puzzle is basically complete. There's one more. Right here. Along with some healing apples. Because Green Jill is hungry. You know, I never looked at the story to this game, but I assume it's something stupid. I know it eventually gets tied together at the end with rescuing a prince, but I don't know how we got to that point. Maybe I should look at the story after we're done here. Alright, we can't go that way. Anyway, it's time to get that last crystal to go to the bonus stage, which will be a laugh riot. Oh, this is the other weapon. The spinning blade. It can kill things that the dagger can't. It can also bust through certain rocks, none of which are in this level, I believe. It also bounces along the ground, which makes it a much better weapon in general than the dagger. Ah, this is water. I'm going to save real quick to show off something that becomes very important. Water is not completely deadly to Jill. You can walk around in it like this, but if you touch a top of the water tile, like those there, you drown instantly. Keep that in mind when we get to the third game, or else you'll get stuck in a terrible puzzle like I did, by not realizing that the game wanted you to take advantage of the fact that Jill has selective drowning skills. Alligator is not a problem with this thing. Was there a reason for me to go down there? Have I forgotten this part of the stage? I think I did. Yes, I did forget what I needed. The extra jumping power, which lets you jump higher, for those of you who can't figure out simple concepts. And now with that, we get to backtrack all the way back to the start. Okay, nothing up there. To jump over that wall that was to the left of us at the beginning. Jumping puzzles. A good part of any video game. And by good, I mean not so good. Eh, screw that, I'm not going up right now. I'll go up when I'm good and ready, game. Leave me alone. First, I want to get rid of all these phoenixes. And turn into a phoenix to make going up easier. You could climb all the way up here, but that's for suckers. Also, dodging falling things is for suckers. You should instead just strive to be like me and get hit by literally everything. Is there a reason to come down here? Right, gem. You might also note I have not been a human again since. We'll eventually find a Jill icon that will turn us back to normal. It's right there, actually. What's up here? Oh, right, we don't actually want to turn to normal here. Also, as you might... Oh wait, yes we do. As you might expect, touching water as a bird made entirely out of flame is not the best plan. Actually, I totally don't remember how to get through here, so bear with me for a moment. Is the exit over here? Yeah, the exit was over here. You just have to be Jill to get the exit. Silly me, forgetting simple facts. Like where I'm going. I kind of like this map being its own level thing. But, halfway down this giant elevator, bonus, which we can get into because I picked up that stage, that extra gem. It's got a very difficult climbing puzzle in it, to get to it. It also has a very large stage number, as you'll see when we get there. If you've been keeping track, you'll see that our stage number has been on the left the entire time. We were just in level 7. There's something along the lines of like 18, 16, something like that, so we're about halfway through already. And here we are at stage, I don't even want to think about what that number is. It has awful music. It's also kind of a stupid level in general. And by kind of, I mean really. It's kind of like one of those, so-called puzzles. Which involves no thought whatsoever. Oh gee, I wonder how I'm gonna get up there. Oh wait, there's a bunch of jump power-ups. So yeah, the bonus level is all about getting points from apples. As you do. The bonus level in the second game is somewhat more amusing, but not really. It's only amusing in the sense that it's a, actually challenging jumping bit, and if you fail, you've had to pretty much leave the level, because there's no way back up. And there you go, bonus level. Woo. And now we have extra jump power on the world map. This serves no real purpose. Anyways, continuing on. Apple. No apple left uneaten. Arg is never mentioned again, so... Ah, here are the blocks that you can bust. They make weird glass shattering noises, so I guess they're glass rocks. And everything explodes into psycho confetti, but that's just kind of how the game goes. Where do I need to go here? I believe it's up. Let's see if I'm remembering correctly. 9 times out of 10 in a sprawling level in Jill of the Jungle, the answer is go up. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but the spinning blade does make a minor attempt to home in on enemies. It's not very good at it. But it'll get there eventually if you give it enough time. So it gets points for effort. And with the yeah, we can now move on to the exit of the level. I refuse to call them keys now. Yep, that was exciting. You can skip most of that level by just not going to it. Over here is a bonus that I don't know how to get to. Unless the bonus is down. Is the bonus down? No, you can't go down. Now, it looks like you can skip these stages, but guess what? No, you can't. So, let's do them. Also, mazes in this game tend to not actually be mazes so much. So we need to get keys as this Phoenix. And that tip that blew by too fast as I was mashing the fly button said, "Don't touch water as a firebird, you idiot." Instead we just need to collect our yas and get out of here. There are a bunch of yas to collect, I think there's like 4. And once again, it looks more difficult than it actually is when you play it. I saw you around here somewhere, Pac-Man Ghost. Where'd you go? There you are. The Firebird can kill the Pac-Man Ghost, which is nice. Because nothing else can. Okay, that's not where I want to go. I want to go up. I want to go up this way. Not this way, this way. I get the last yeah. And then move on with my life. Firebird shots don't go very far. Also, kind of a dick move putting those water things there when you fall a lot faster and it seems like you should as a bird. But what are you gonna do? I think this is one of the levels where if you die, you keep all your progress anyway, so it's no biggie. But I'm too pro to die to something like that. One gem down, 1 to go. And yeah, it's telling me how to turn on switches because we have a puzzle here. Guess what the puzzle is? Knights kill you. That's the entirety of the puzzle. Turn switches until you can get where you need to go. I believe the answer is always to turn the switches down. Never up. Up is evil, don't forget. You always go left and you always put switches in the downward position. Once again, this level has terrible, terrible music. Ah, this actually is kind of a puzzle. We have to figure out the way to set these switches. And they don't actually update unless you move off the screen, so it's a little tricky. I think that's right. Or try to move through a thing that is no longer there. Okay, it's looking good. What we need to do now is get rid of that single bar. There we go, that did it. Oop. And puzzle solved. Still not particularly tricky. And now we have a bunch of bricks to break, as well as Mega Man bricks to deal with. Actually, these are a bit less frustrating than Mega Man bricks, predominantly because there's not a instant death pit under them. There are a lot of Firebirds and a lot of Yaz, but better than instant death. Anyways, one more yeah to grab. I think that should let us out. Nope, I missed one somewhere. Let's find it. Oh, there it is. That was easy. Now let's get out of here. And that actually puts us really close to the end of the game, if I remember right. Like 3 or 4 more levels. And guess what it's time for? If you guessed bad music, you were correct. This is pretty much inappropriate sound effects and bad music in the game. Also, frogs. Frogs are actually probably one of the toughest enemies in the game because they're really hard to hit. Unless you have the spinning blade. And actually, if I remember right, this is a good point to save your game at. Believe it or not, the sound effects actually get worse in the later games. Okay, that built a bridge. And I remembered right, we don't want to go on the bridge just yet. Frogs. Frogs will follow you everywhere, so make sure you kill them. Also, this level in particular, you really want to make sure you pay attention to your surroundings, because there are a lot of spikes, and just like Mega Man, Jill is deathly allergic to spikes. So much as looking at a spike funny will kill you. She also automatically grabs onto any vines in her reach, which is a little annoying. So with the yeah, we can now make our way back to the upper area here to collect another one. And now start the long trek back to the start of the level. Or we can fall down this hole like an idiot. And have to backtrack a bit. Make sure you don't hit any spikes on the way back, that would just be embarrassing. Speaking of which, there's a trap up here. Don't climb with that vine. And with that, I think we only have 2 stages left. Is it 2? Yes, it's 2. We need 2 gems. One of which features a transformation used only once in this entire game. And that would be this level. It's actually fairly interesting. Now we are a fish, and we can swim around. And we need to do so. Hey, how come that fire brick can touch water no problem? Also, I can't shoot it. But that's the way to turn back. We don't want to turn back just yet. There's a bunch of yas in the water we want to collect. And yes, we can fire fish bullets. And you do in fact need to fire fish bullets, because there are a lot of things that want to kill you. No, we're not collecting yas this time, we're collecting gems. My bad. A number of them are in the water, and a number of them are not in the water. So we have to collect some as both Jill and as fish. It kinda wants to be a maze, but it's not really a maze. It kinda wants to be a puzzle, but it's not really a puzzle. So, I don't know what you call it. Get down here, jellyfish. Is there a reason for me to go up here? No. Also note that the fish still screams, just like Jill. Man, that would be really freaky. A screaming fish. I don't know that I like what I just came up with. Anyways, that's all the fish gems. So let's get the Jill gems. And call it a day for the underground river. Also note that this is Jill the Jungle, but we haven't actually been in a jungle at any point. Supposedly the map is the jungle map, but there is no jungle to be seen there. And over a minor bit of jumping puzzle, we have a gem. I'm pretty sure I could have gone a slightly different way and not dealt with that jumping puzzle, but I believe we have one more gem to pick up. Yeah, I could have just fallen down there. Let's see if I can get over here without killing myself. And there we go, that's the last gem. So now we just need to make our way back to the front. And that should leave us with one gem left over for the exit door. Don't fall in the water. And they gave up on naming levels because it's difficult to name levels. Ah, that doesn't hurt you. Incidentally, this level's called a puzzle level, so guess what? There's not really a puzzle involved. They don't give you a weapon, though, which is a little annoying, because they put ants all over the place. It's even more annoying when you mess up your jumps. This level also features a transformation used exactly once. You can turn into a frog yourself. And the frog form is actually by far the best form in the game. But you don't find that out until a later game. You later learn that they are immune to spikes, which makes them awesome. Anyways, now with the gems, or with the gem, let's head back this way. And fly to freedom. And with that, I was wrong actually, we have one more level, I always forget about it, the plateau. Which is not a difficult level, just like the rest of the game. They also give you a spinning blade, which is just awesome. Okay, bees, despawn. Thank you. Don't mess with bees. They will kill you. They will kill you fast. They are legitimately one of the most dangerous things in these games. Like I said, they will kill you fast. So, what was the point of running all the way over here? If you guessed, get a jump power-up. Congratulations! You have basic pattern recognition. And now for the ending. Which has its own little level. This is auto-played. It also makes really no sense. Jill becomes a phoenix, flies into space because being in space would totally not be a problem for a Firebird, ends up in giant mushroom land, and finds some text. Yeah, apparently Giant Mushroom Land was only 500 miles away from the jungle, but this has never been seen by human eyes, either. So, yeah. Go figure. Also, this is apparently underground. But, next time, we will deal with Jill going underground. I will see you guys then. But for now, let's look at the story. You are Jill the Jungle, the brave... Okay. So there is no puzzle. There is no story. You're just doing it for the hell of it. Good to know. Anyways, Later.